Want you, the leaders we all need right now for this country and this world, to keep one thing in mind. It's coming from a journalist, so it comes from my heart. It's the fact that words matter. Words have power. The words you say to yourself and the words you say to others. And I understand they are the best way to categorize. We as a people have always needed to know who you are, where we can place you, how we can understand you. And sometimes words are easy to brush off, and sometimes a word can make you feel good, or sometimes it can make you feel bad, depending on who says it and how they use it, right? I mean, think about some of these words: educated, articulate, single, wifey, boss, bossy, polite, widow. Man, I don't like that last word. In India, widow is actually considered almost profanity. You refer to a widow as a mother, whether she has children or not. I still remember the first time someone referred to me as a widow. I was sitting in the funeral home in Orlando, and the funeral director had just handed me a little baggie that had Rashid's wedding ring in it. She had just received it from the medical examiner. It had a little drop of blood on the inside. You see, my beloved's late husband was killed in a hit and run 4 years ago. He left our home on April 16th to get some stupid snacks, and he never returned home. 3 cars ran over him. Troopers in Florida are still searching for the first 2 drivers in that hit and run, and I am now fighting to ensure other families don't feel the sting of an open traffic homicide investigation. Rashid and I spent 7 years dating long distance, 5 years together married. And it's difficult to not look upon those years now as just unfair. Why did God make us spend that time apart if he knew we wouldn't have much time together? But it did strengthen our bond and teach us how to communicate, how to use words properly in a way that helped each of us feel better in the relationship. And if I'm honest, that time then is helping me now. You know, losing a spouse is described as the most stressful situation in life on the Holmes and Ray scale. And I'm starting to see that time doesn't heal all wounds, as we like to say, but it does give you the tools to learn how to deal with them. Grief changes everything, your outlook on life, but so many other things do as well. Losing a job, being rejected, when a friendship ends, a history-making election, right? You will hit rock bottom at some point in your life. Sometimes it'll be a few times. Losing my first husband was the worst thing that has ever happened to me. But when I applied to grad schools and was rejected from all of them, that was pretty terrible. When I tried to become a reporter right out of college and I sent dozens of VHS tapes, do you know what those are? So I had to record all of them from 2 VHS players and send them to news directors and stations across the country. Not only was it expensive, but it was emotionally taxing. And I didn't get one job from it. But like we all must do, I kept going. A year after my epic rejection from grad schools, I got into Columbia University. And a few years after every station told me no, and even a mentor said maybe journalism isn't for me, I became an award-winning TV journalist. You will reach the top again, but you won't be the same person, and that's okay. Obstacles can set you up for success. They will. It just depends on your attitude, the words you say to yourself and the words you say to others. Just as the tree in that beautifully manicured lawn must be pruned to reach its full potential, or the caterpillar must experience the cocoon. We don't like those times in our life. It often feels terrible, especially if you feel as if you're already making progress. Life is going well. Why send you back a few notches? Because those difficult times are when you really grow. Often God cuts us back when we're bearing some fruits so we can bear greater fruits. I'm not saying you won't love what you lose. I'm not saying you wouldn't give anything to hold on to that person or that thing. But I am saying God will never waste your pain. You don't know what your next chapter holds. You can't have 2020 vision with only 10% of your story. And if 2020, the year, says anything, hold on to that fact. You must make peace with your story, whatever it is. It doesn't mean it's your first choice, but you were only given one life. You could spoil it with bitterness, woulda, shoulda, couldas, or be grateful. You woke up another day and you have another chance to get it right? Optimism is like going to the gym. More reps, more weights, the better you get at it. The more you're able to see a better outlook for yourself and others. And as a leader, that's what we need. The story you once thought you were going to write about your life, well, sometimes it's going to change. And honestly, I gotta tell you, as someone who's been removed from college quite a few years, it will change over and over and over again. And that's okay. New chapters you might have in there that will make you cry when you jot them down. Twists and turns you would give anything to read in someone else's book. But sometimes the very obstacles you knew were meant to break you down can allow you to be rebuilt in an incredible manner, bringing you to a destiny you never could have imagined.